Next up, we have Adam for 5 minutes, his adventure, and then we'll go Dr. John. But Adam, go ahead.
This will be a bit ambitious for 5 minutes, so we'll see what happens. Good evening, everyone from Melbourne, Australia. This is Adam, and for today's AI adventure, I thought I'd share a little bit back in Replit, which is a great coding platform where you have Claude Sonnet and some other AI assistants built into the tool. And again, it's basically text to code. Replit is great because it can actually stand up web applications and it can give you a fully functioning system here. So for the example today, I have this is the screen you see now is basically the homepage in Replit, and there's a Replit agent. It'll ask you what you want to build. I actually already have something here which is called a URL content fetcher that I've already made, and I'll show you what it does. If I copy a couple of test URLs and I put this into the tool, it will go out to those URLs, it'll process them, and it'll come back. It just basically, it's a data scraper, right? So it'll scrape the page, and then you can see the results, and you can actually see that it's pulled all this text from the pages. So what I want to do today as a demo is I'm actually going to ask it then to take this text and send it to OpenAI and come back with an executive summary for us. So I thought I would just showcase how just chatting with it, with no code at all, hopefully in one shot, we'll see what happens. But I can actually get it to do this. So I've pre-prepared a prompt, and you'll see. So I'm going to say to the Replit assistant, can we enhance this project so it takes the results from each page and passes it to GPT-4o Mini through the API with a system prompt that just says, please summarize the article in one concise paragraph for the busy AI executive. I'll provide my OpenAI key when it's needed. Please put the executive summaries instead of the preview on the results returned. So as you can see right now, I have this preview here where it's actually talking about what the text that returned is. I'm asking it to just replace that with the summary we're getting from OpenAI. So I'm just going to literally paste all that in here, hit enter, and you'll see the agent's going to start thinking. I love that they use that term. I like to use it in air quotes, that it's thinking. It's installing the packages, which includes the OpenAI hooks so that it can talk to it. And now it's coming up with a plan for what it needs. I've actually shared an OpenAI key with Replit before, so there's a point here where it'll prompt me for my key. Yeah, you can see there, and I actually have an account vault. So I have a key that's already stored, and it can just use that. If I wanted to, I could go to OpenAI and get a new key through their GUI, but I'm going to just say continue and use the key that I already have. And now hopefully it's going to go out and it's going to write this code. It's going to integrate OpenAI, and we'll see if it works or not. But I'll go back over. I'll copy these same two URLs again. And it said, here's what it's going to do. Okay, I'll help you enhance the application. First, we'll need to get your OpenAI key. We've already done that. It's reviewing your message. I don't know, it might have already finished it. Let's just give it a try and see what happens. It might be right in the middle of trying to fix it, but yeah, no, so it's still using the old code. Let's just give it a minute to keep working here. If it's taking too long, we can always pass off to John, and I'll tap out and come back in a few minutes when it's done writing the code. But I thought it would be interesting just to see what it can do along the way.
It's interesting, Adam, to see speed difference between what I'm seeing in Cursor and this. If this is typical, Cursor comes back pretty fast with quite a bit of code.
Yeah, well, yeah, Cursor, there's also an assistant here. You see there's this one, and this is very much more like Cursor. This will be right in the code, and it's Claude 3.5 Sonnet. This is the agent, which is sort of the overarching one where you just give it your general idea. It looks like it might be finished. Let's try again now. If I say fetch contents, it's progressing. Nope, it's not using OpenAI yet. So why don't we?
I thought I saw an error message when you logged in.
Yeah, it says something went wrong. Please try again. So I don't know what's happening.
I thought it wasn't logging in properly.
No, that might be why we call these AI adventures, because I'm not just I'm not just doing canned use cases here. This is exactly how it works. And usually what I would do at this point is I would literally just take a screenshot of that, right? And give it back to it and say, what's wrong, right? And you just start going down the rabbit hole and troubleshooting it. So this might be a good example of how it's not always as easy as you think it is. But maybe we just press pause there, Paul, and I'll jump in again after John if it looks like it's oh, it says, look, something went wrong. I'll suggest we need to fix the implementation before we proceed. Let's just press pause there. We'll hand over to John, and I'll come back later if we get a good result.
Adam, back to you.
Yeah. So I'll show you what's transpired. So I took that screenshot and I said, what's wrong? It said, I noticed there's an error. And then it said, can you try clicking show results now, and see if it's working? And I said, it is, but it's not using OpenAI. And it said, oh yeah, you're right. Let me implement that OpenAI integration. And then as you see now, when I click and I hit fetch content, it's actually, it'll take longer, and it'll come back with the executive summaries that it passed to the LLM for inference. So you see now it's saying the AI industry is witnessing a significant shift with researchers urgently discussing the imminent arrival of AGI. Whereas the actual text was recently something shifted in the AI industry, blah, blah, blah. So it is actually coming back now with these executive summaries about the articles from OpenAI as part of that workflow. Worked.
Fabulous.
All right.